Aki is set up as sort of this trope in the in the shonen squad. The edgy guy who's really plays by his own rule book.
You think you two can work with each other?
Not a chance!
I'd sooner work with a trash can.
Who has the tragic backstory.
I witnessed a devil kill my whole family.
And so I took inspiration, from some of those characters that I have interacted with, especially, from, my teenage years growing up with stuff like Naruto or Bleach or whatever. But it ultimately came down to the way that I personally relate to the character.
What's your problem?
Just that my kindness seems a bit wasted on you.
And the way that I can bring a bit more of my own flavor to give the character more life.
Excuse me, sir. 2 more beers, please.
And to show the sides to Aki that are not like those other characters. And it's wonderful getting to see those as the story goes on.
I snuck up to the girl who hit you and stuck gum on her clothes.
Well, for me, whenever I approach a role, I look at, what the character looks like. And, I really focus on her eyes and how, they're kind of, hypnotic, basically. So she's got this sort of, really light and siren-like tone.
So then, this your handiwork?
That I try to incorporate with her. And she's very, very soft, but also cutthroat at the same time.
We're colleagues until death do us part.
So I read the first 2 volumes to understand the character a little bit more. I found out that I understood the character more when I actually read the entirety of it and not just start where she came in. Turns out it's really hard to understand the world that is being built if you just pop in randomly. But
just a little bit.
Yeah, I referenced the trailer to kind of get an idea of what her energy was like too. In the books too, she seems very chaotic.
All right, on your knees, mortal scum!
I wasn't sure how she would read lines out. Would she just shout things? Would she be so chaotic that she'll be like, no, 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 and I hit it, suddenly, or then she go will she go 0 to 100? I don't know.
Human, supply prey for me, post haste!
So I kind of played around with things like that at first when I was auditioning, and just do some weird ass reads here and there. But I understand that she is selfish. She's childlike.
Die for my award-winning idea.
She's a pathological liar.
The one who commanded me to kill was this cur.
You liar!
She's a degenerate in so many different ways. And I think that's probably the funniest things about her. So I really wanted to jump into that and okay, well, this is definitely some gremlin type energy going into this. So I am going to just get into that grovelly gremlin area and just be at home there.
Shall we wrestle to cure our boredom?
I'm not wrestling the captain of Team Kill Denji.
For me, a lot of it is it's so unique to be able to play a character that is so raw and honest.
I would die to keep this life.
Because so often characters are saying not exactly what they feel or mean, and Denji is always saying exactly what he feels and means.
Yeah, she's good. Hope I can hug her again someday.
And does not necessarily have the lexicon to express himself incredibly eloquently, so he just gives you these raw kind of expressive things. And he, I kind of looked at it, it's like an infant or a newborn animal being in the world for the first time.
I have created the ultimate toast. Oh,
I mean, it's you ever see those videos of a little kitten eating and then someone tries to take the food away and they're just it's all of that. It's experience sensory overload for someone who is incredibly layered and sensitive and deep, but does not know and has not been afforded the experience to learn how to express those things.
Another first for me was being treated like a freaking human being.
And so he's just it's just everything all the time.
As a devil hunter, I say no!